was reading one of my favorite books, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It reminds me of one of my favorite poets, Lord Byron. Lord Byron was born George Gordon in London, England in 1788. He was born with a club foot and he spent the first 10 years of his life in his mother's home in Aberdeen. In 1798, George received the title Lord Byron after the death of his great-uncle. His uncle left a large sum of money behind, which Lord Byron used to pay for his schooling at Harrow School and the Trinity College, Cambridge. Lord Byron's first collection of poems appeared in 1807. The poems were harshly criticized, prompting him to write the satire English Bards and Scotch Reviewers. In 1809, Byron set out on a journey to Spain, Albania, and Greece. His poetic account of his voyage is called Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. This poem established Lord Byron as one of England's leading poets. Lord Byron was a member of Parliament whose political views influenced the subject matter of his poems. In 1815, Lord Byron married Anne Isabella Milbank, but the relationship ended within the same year. In 1823, he formed the Byron Brigade. Unfortunately, in April 1824, Lord Byron died of marsh fever.
Oh, hello there. I was just reading Green Eggs in Hand by Dr. Seuss. It's a wonderful poem, but I've read better, including The Fall of Sennacherib by Lord Byron. Now, Sennacherib was a king in Assyria in the BC years. He was king of Assyria and probably the empire's heyday. Took over after his father left the throne. His father was Sargon II, and he was credited for conquering the northern kingdom of Israel. After conquering the northern kingdom of Israel, he swept down into the land of Egypt to invade it, but that is where he met his destruction. In the Bible, his destruction is credited to the angel of death coming and wiping out his army. But in this poem, it refers to the same angel of death. But you can especially listen to the lines comparing this poem with metaphors using nature. And some of the lines refer to the Sea of Galilee and forests in autumn and forests in the summer. And there's also a deep sense of individualism that Lord Byron integrates into this poetry, referring to him as the Assyrian and the great king. Now in this movie, you can especially look forward during the recitation of the poem that there's going to be much forestry in the background and also a sea in the background. So just watch for that and enjoy the film.
The Assyrian came down like the wolf on the fold, and his cohorts were gleaming in purple and gold, and the sheen of their spears was like stars on the sea when the blue waves roll nightly on deep Galilee. Like the leaves of the forest when summer is green, that host their banners at sunset will see. Like the leaves of the forest when autumn hath blown, that the host on the morrow lay withered and strown. For the angel of death spread his wings on the blast, and breathed in the face of the foe as he passed. And the eyes of the sleepers waxed deadly and chill, and their hearts but once heaved and forever grew still. And there lay the steed with his nostril all wide, but through it there rolled not the breath of his pride. And foam of his gasping lay white on the turf, and cold in the spray of the rock beating surf. And there lay the rider distorted and pale, with the dew on his brow and the rust on his mail. And the tents were all silent, the banners alone, the lances uplifted, the trumpet unblown. And the windows of Ashur were loud in their wail, and the idols were broken in the temple of Baal. And the might of the Gentile, utmost than the sword, hath melted like a snow in the glance of the Lord.